Hello friends, we're already here with more of our CK2 on English Neck and Norman Yoke playthrough. The war for the English throne continues, but a glint of hope shines. Allies from around all of Christendom have joined up, answering the Boy King's call to arms. Most recently, we've requested that the Duke of Flanders joins us, and he's currently considering it. Next 5 days we'll find out. I suspect he will join us. Also, one advantage he has over all of our other allies is that he should have, I think, boats, and be able to use those boats to come over and actually assist us. Until then, we are dancing away from the army of our rebels, taking over what we can. He accepts the alliance. Now, will he accept the call to arms? Gosh, he better. Gosh, he better. We actually are also gaining money right now. My only concern, he is joining the war, thank goodness. Do you have boats? You have troops? Do you have boats? Are we alone in England? This will be the worst of all possible outcomes if we cannot actually get our allies to come across the sea. I do not see a way of winning then without the allies joining us, other than perhaps be able to hold onto the war until we have enough money to raise mercenaries again. That's going to be many, many months, and I suppose the one possibility then is just the leader of the rebellion dying. So the leader of the rebellion is who? This fine lady right here, looking young. She's 35 years old, is who she is. 35 years old. I don't know how to stop you. I don't know how to stop you from your hellacious rampaging against me. Hey, it's some boats! Only 5 boats, but hey, it's some boats. Okay. They're gonna move 500 troops at a time across. It's possible they're all gonna get picked off. We are currently standing in a disease. Yes, our troops died pretty quickly because of that. Not good play on my part. Hey, more boats line up here also. So it actually is the case that many of our allies do have boats, they just didn't use them. Instead, they walked their troops to the northern coast and then brought the boats around independently. So I believe we're being saved not by the bell, but instead being saved by the Allies. This is going to be a story that goes down in English history, the time when literally all of Christendom answered the call of the king to keep the boy on the throne. Or that's the story I'm hoping for right now. We'll see how it goes. I've got to say, I really, really love the time that we're able to pick up victory, not by our own ingenuity, not by our successful fighting, but because we are full of friends. And the friends actually are all joining our main blob right now, so presently we'll be marching in. I love that the Count... Is that the Count of Franconia is there? Or actually the King of Franconia might be in that blob there. I want to hit you all, your 400 measly troops. Hey, and we captured someone. Is she worth money? Who's this lady we got? Show me my intrigue page. Show me the prisoners. Got prisoners who are worth money. Probably not worth big money. Let's see. 56 gold. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, definitely this time we'll be kicking out all of the traitorous vassals. Last time we did not. We thought there would be a possibility of healing and coming together, returning to normalcy after that last uprising. This time there will not be. This fellow will be the king someday, or he already is the king actually. We want him either good on stewardship or diplomacy. His diplomacy is 0. His betrothed is so good though. She should truly be queen. If only we weren't in the year 1106, she surely would be. We'll take the stewardship for now. His wife will be the diplomat here. But if we can hold on to this war, if we can win throughout this thing, I'm believing we can't ever be stopped. That's the story I'm gonna say for now. Yeah, the troops moving over bit by bit by bits. Let's go ahead and march right into the enemy territory, Oxford once more. The second great battle of Oxford. We don't have a commander on the far side there. 12 is fine. Let's see what happens. Hopefully our allies do not abandon us. They're coming. They're all coming. Oh no! One moment we're shivering, next we are sweating, and overall we feel in fact awful. We have a fever. Gunther is sure we have the consumption. The gates are closed. This is very unlucky. The boy is in hiding, and yet he has the consumption. Well, Gunther says we should abstain from food for 3 days. I accept. Get a little health. I don't know what the connection there between tuberculosis and not eating food, but that is great. A sudden shooting pain strikes the chest. You might think is the feeling of pride at winning a battle, but no, it's actually a chest pain. Another good victory there. Now it's just time to start mopping up the enemy. We'll take back Oxford and they'll move over and siege on their capital, though. Marching my troops into the consumptive hell that is over there seems not so good. Who is this? What a lovely flag you have. That's the flag of Hesse. Lovely, lovely. Is that a dragon in the middle, or what? Dragon or bear or a fighting lion, it looks like. The same kind of fighting lion we have on the English flag, in fact. You're thrown between waves of chills and sweats, food has lost its appeal, and no amount of sleep seems to remedy the fatigue. We do have consumption. You're now a sickly boy. Happily, we have a brother who's an heir, and that brother is attractive. I would not mind him being king, except that the one I want to marry to then is Osgul here, a very, very good stats queen. Gundar's come to see us. He wants to treat us again. Let's do the necessary treatment, please. Actually, no. Let's do it as long as you know what you're doing. No radical treatment available right now, but we trust Guntard with his 22 learning. He's old and cannot fight, but he is good at the books. Teach us how not to be consumptive, please. We feel better from having consumed with our breathing cow's dung. Delicious. Now we have +5 health. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think we're going to ask the allies to start fighting against the enemy stack, and we'll do the sieging down ourselves right now, I think. So allies in war, please go fight. We'll see if they change on and head that way, or if we'll be left alone here. There are still strong factions against us. Cleveland's 124% of strength. Again, happily we have the vassals here, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to try to march out this direction and unsiege more things. We're about to hit 0% war score again, so that's a big turnaround. Not too long ago, we were negative 45%, and I'm just tickled pink, we'll say. Absolutely tickled at how this thing is going for us now. I wonder who all of the vassals against us are. Which of them will have to imprison, possibly execute, traitors for all of their days. The army of Aquitaine is trying to chase down our enemies, or our allies rather. Finish the siege real quick and then bounce over that direction. We don't actually need to. The army of Franconia and everyone else ended up there in time. They managed to get their leader off the field though, so no easy win here. But it is going pretty well. We're going actually quite a bit faster now. Now the war's under control. I don't want to say there's nothing that can be done to make us lose this thing. We're doing better though. We're spending a lot of time with a few people. I've been positively surprised by Adam. Adam is a Fitz, so he's a bastard son of someone, Fitz Adelaide. During a difficult time, we've gotten to know and understand him well. In many ways, he compliments us nicely. We have a good time together. We've become friends. The only issue is, are we having consumption parties? Or trying to spread around the diseases? We don't believe in vaccines? Hey, actually, Adam's company helps us feel that much better. After moments of disbelief, we realize the fever has passed and appetite returned. We have survived consumption. The attractive boy will not be getting on the throne after all. However, we have become, what are we now? We're now timid? No, we're no longer timid, we're now shy. -2 diplomacy. It's not so great in a king. It's unfortunate. The prison guards, though, foiled an escape last night. My treacherous courtier, Adelaide. Isn't this the mother of our best friend? Was captured trying to free Harvard Yiska from his cell. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's very strange. I mean, is this guy worth money? Why is he still in prison? He is worth money, I'm sorry. We'll tighten security for now. And I'll sell them all. Oh, wait. I just realized. The mother of our best friend is actually in prison. How'd she end up there? Who were you once upon a time? What's your story? I don't know who you are. Was your husband a duke or something? I don't know who. He was a lunatic. He was a great pox-having lunatic, but I feel like I'm missing something important here. Something important was missed. Alright, we're gonna march straight to the consumption territory now, because I want their capital. And yeah, giant army north helping us. I could go ahead and return the vassal armies to my vassals, make them a little happier with me. How many vassal armies do we have? The majority of our standing army actually is vassal right now. So I shouldn't do that. And actually, they've spawned more armies right there, so gotta deal with them. Our Chancellor has died. This pox is going on internally. Consumption is just no joke. That Chancellor who died was the one I brought in to replace our prior Chancellor, so we'll hire yet another good one here. Spy Master is one we already got before, so we'll go ahead and check again for new people who join us. This 18 might join us for some monies, a bag of gold. Actually, we have cash again. But this person below is decent enough, right? He's a 17. That will be fine. All these spy masters who are good at diplomacy wanting to join us. Again, I don't trust any of them. But I do trust those that are 42% war score, and it looks like it's going to be a win for the home team. Hopefully that will ensure that the king remains on his throne a little while longer. Then march you into London, please. 360 troops are all that's left for the revolting troop. Yeah, this has been a good one. This has gone from being, I was pretty sure the playthrough was over and I have to make a sad video explaining how, despite our best efforts, everything falls apart, everything dies someday. Instead, we get to hopefully say that we've won a war. Alright, you want to marry our half-sister. Didn't we marry her off once before? I'm pretty sure we married her off once before, but sure, fine. And to whom are you married now? The King of Sicily again. Does that continue the alliance then? I guess it does. Maybe the alliance continue because we're in war. Anyway, London is ours once more. We have taken the rebel stronghold. 91% war score. Never let it be discounted that in this game, allies are really, really fantastic. And unfortunately, consumption is really, really unfantastic, but at this point, I think I'm noticing that, happily, consumption is done except for one county on our world. We're going to open the gates, thereby hopefully making the vassals love us again. Gates are opened for joy and happiness. Our brother is needing a focus in life. He's already pretty good at being a spy master. He's also good at chancelling, so let's make him into a chancellor, I guess. We'll have him learn to have some etiquette. Yeah, someone else who needs some help. Princess here, betrothed away to Scotland. Considering breaking this betrothal just because Scotland did not help us. Maybe we'll find some other way of dealing with the Scottish traitors. Possibly we'll destroy them for too long. But there's a 100% war score right there. I'm breathing a sigh of relief because a couple things happen simultaneously. First things first, the war is over. There is no claim strong enough to defeat our Williams. Number two, friends, the Regency has ended because our boy has become a man. Survived consumption, survived a claim on his throne with an absolutely huge army. That is pretty good. The more I think about it, the more I see fairness and justice are worth striving for. We are now wrathful. We're full of wrath. I'm surprised we're not full of justice, but wrath means a hot temper. Oof. Even more negative diplomacy, not so good. We finished education and stewardship. It's tedious. We're an indulgent wastrel. This king is not a good king. His diplomacy is probably about as negative as can be. But first things first. Hello, Duchess. You are a Duchess. I can't take her title because there's no title revocation law. So this woman who dared to rise against us, I can't take her title. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, let's put the troops away. This is our remaining retinue. It's okay. It'll refill eventually. We are under retinue camp now that we're an adult again. You know, our wife is so unbelievably good. The king is questionable at best. At least he's legitimate, but he's sturdy and shy. Great. As far as stats for a king, he is not ideal. Please have some kids, though. That'd be pretty cool if he did. Alright, so troops are away. He has ambition in life. Alright, ambition number one would be to have a kiddo, I suspect. Treasury, actually have money again. I could have hired some mercenaries there. Realm Prosper, War Chest, or Air. Let's go for the Air for now. Great. And then we need a focus in life. We could do Diplomacy, but we have under Vassal Cap, and we're under Domain Cap also. But sure. Let's do, like, nice Diplomacy guy. Let's do Family to get the Diplomacy and the Health and the more kiddos. That seems pretty darn good. We have various claims, including the Barony of Richmond. I don't know where that is. Barony of Richmond is up here in York. I don't see any reason to take it from this kid. But why do I have a claim on that? I have no idea. Personal claim on top here. Can I just, like, threaten you for it? Not in this game. Alright, any other claims personally? No. We have one on Petty Kingdom of Mumu. Mumu is over this way. I believe it's this one down here. Don't you worry, Irish tribes. We're uniting you very, very soon. The ruler's unmarried. We just unpause and that should get fixed straight away, I think. So we're gonna take a 100 prestige hit, but that's fine. Now our king is married. Great. Get to baby bacon, thanks. And there he's married. Okay. Oldsgull and King William III are getting married. We can collect a royal aid duty pay for ceremonies. Give me money or give me prestige. We'll take the prestige for now, I think. Seems good. They accept marriage. That's wonderful. Still dangerous factions, including the Gavelkind one, who is too darn large. But at this point, I'm actually thinking that maybe it's the case that our allies will save us in yet another war if it comes to it. We're still uncrowned. We should fix that pretty soon, I suspect. But this Duke, who dared rise against me, I can't revoke title, right? Can I fix that problem? Let's check the title revocation law. If I go to allow, everyone's against it but 2 who are undecided. What does my council look like right now? There are a whole bunch of favors happening for 2 whole years. More than 2 whole years in these cases. These 2 are undecided, the rest are against us. I'm going to ignore my vassals in the clink. We're eventually going to take all their titles, I guarantee it. Alright, but we need to get our king crowned here. Let's see here. Organized coronation ceremony. I hope that the Pope doesn't need anything ridiculous for this. The time has come for me to be recognized as King of England. Get me the Pope, and don't make me fight a war for it, please. I have no time for more wars. I want to be at peace for a little while. Alright, so what's happening over here? Oh, the Pope has excommunicated the King of England. I'm sorry? The Pope has excommunicated the King on the part of Duke Philippe of Gascoigne. I don't know who you are. This dude right here has got us excommunicated. I understand we have almost no piety. So this probably means that the Pope will not be crowning us. I think that is likely. How can we become unexcommunicated? Lovely hunter, malnourished fellow. Why are you malnourished? You're the Pope. Don't you have all your communion wafers to eat? They're delicious, I'm sure. Lift excommunication on me. He says no. Because I must repent of my sins. How do we go about doing that? Can I write him a nice letter that says, sorry, fam, issue a declaration of repentance. The Holy Father will hear our plea for salvation. I bet it's going to cost a whole lot of money. We will see. But we are offering our apologies. Okay. King William II of England, William III of England, I should be glad to recognize your divine right to rule as soon as you prove your devotion to the Catholic faith by deposing the most abominable false papacy whose existence threatens the very survival of the Church. You appear to be the Kaiser of the HRE. Now, I appreciate the confidence the Pope has in us, but I've got some real doubts about our possibility of actually defeating the HRE. Even with all of our allies' help, it's just not going to happen. So I'm sorry, I can't start a war here, Pope friend. He'll like us even less, which probably means he's going to refuse our... Well, we'll see. Actually, here appears he's going to accept it. We've taken note of your passionate plea for forgiveness, and we, uppercase W, are certain you're eager to prove sincerity of repentance by paying the proper price for indulgence. How much will it be? 500 monies. I only have 300, and 350 is already owed to the Jewish merchants. I wonder if it's always 500 for a king. I guess I'm going to say no for right now. And I wonder if it's make the Pope even angrier. Let's stay uncrowned for a while longer, I think. How much do the vassals hate us right now? Yeah, it's a really unfortunate, really unfortunate council. The Chancellor of England is very good at chancelling, but doesn't like me at all. They have low personal diplomacy. Oof. And also couldn't excommunicate, rather. That's a rough bundle of negatives there. Our steward created a special tithe. Hey, thanks. Also, with the war over, we could potentially get our marshal back in other things. Right now, I'm going to keep on re-raising troops. Various dukes stealing tiles from various dukes. That's a little unfortunate, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We nearly have the 500 money to pay for a excommunication lift. Can I ask for it again, or no? Has not recently issued a declaration of repentance. How long does that last? It's not listed there how long it lasts. So I don't know what recency is in this case. We'll look again and see if there's a note here. But how... No, it just hasn't recently done so. Let's check in on that fairly regularly and see when it comes back around. Factions are still big. We don't repay rather, the loan from the Jewish merchants. And that should take a negative 10 off of our relationship to the Pope, and maybe some other people also, we'll see. The hospital in Rouen has seen an increase in the amount of people looking for food and shelter recently. It can barely provide food required as is, perhaps a good opportunity to make an impression. Make preparations at once, spend all of our money, hand out food, prosperity increases. I'm going to go into the negative just briefly. All of the supplies have been brought to the hospital. It will make the life much easier for those in need. The question is how to present this extraordinary gift. It's from their king, maybe getting proud, and more sinful. God made it possible to become a zealot. The realm provided all, make the vassals happy, or doing it for the people, maybe become humble, and lower revolt overall. Alright, what's our revolt chance currently? I'm going to say fairly low. There's only Essex is cranky right now, and actually there are a couple of little cranky. Essex is the crankiest of them currently. And Paris is angry. Hopefully they break off from the French king. Eventually we'll move our martial law to stop that revolt, I suspect. Other than that, a lower opinion, or increase opinion by a little bit. I want to make the vassals happy. The vassals are very cranky. On the current faction chart, hey, look at that. The various factions are actually not as strong as the king, finally. Let's go and look and see how angry the vassals are, though. Well, you're in prison, so you're pretty cranky, as are you. You're not in prison, but you are pretty cranky also. Are you good at anything? You could be a marshal, I guess. Who's the current marshal? I think someone we hired for marshalling, maybe. Or maybe not. Let's see here. Our marshal is Ricardo. Ricardo doesn't like us. Ricardo's good at fighting. I'm going to go ahead and dump him, though. I'm going to kick him off the council if I can. We can't come off the council while he's under the favor of someone else. So we're stuck with him for another 22 months. All right, we'll fix this later. For now, I'm going to accept the vassal plus 10. So I want to keep them as happy as possible. Alright, massive recruitment. Our levies are refilling. The people of Cornwall have developed their language and customs to a point where they may now be considered part of the Norse culture. In particular, they are Normans. Welcome to the fold, Norman brothers and sisters. Norman and Normina all. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. How much longer are the favors on the council? Still 30 months, the longest ones. And again, they're all malcontents. Probably gonna kick them off before too long, so I can get some revocation powers. My boy is sneaking around like a burglar, reading my letters. This is our not my boy, my brother rather, is reading my letters. If we become cruel, we do more morale damage. Our diplomacy goes down yet again. No, our diplomacy is unfortunately as far down as it can go. I don't see us getting rid of all of these. I see us getting rid of excommunication, and that's really about it. So we're gonna probably have to stay on diplomacy, folks, our entire life. Just have, I mean, I don't know if it actually affects the game if you're below 0. If it's 0 and -5 are the same, for instance. We'll let him read. We have plenty of prestige to waste, so that's fine. Hey, we're positive on cashing. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Hello to you, sister of mine. You're being married off to the French Duke. We're gonna make you into a diplomat. Cool. A Duke wants out, let him rot. Anyone who challenges rots forever. Our vassals are getting crankier and crankier. Let's see how they launch a war from their jail cells, though. I don't see it happening. Though, again, the Gavel-kind secession is rising against me fairly quickly. I should be a little bit worried about this one, I suspect. But my cousin actually likes me, but she's still part of this faction against me. Part of the issues that were excommunicated, parts were banned to commoners. They'll go away at some point, I suspect. We're setting for 500 right now in hopes of buying off our excommunication, and then we'll get a relationship here. Who is this giant army in Ireland? It's a peasant revolt. Okay. I'm curious if I have any claims out this way. Like, if I create a duchy, would I have a claim? I mean, we own... There already is a duke out here, actually. And this is all the duchy itself, on both sides of the St. George Channel. Go in a little bit to Leix. I don't know how to say this word at all. L-E-I-X. L-E-9. Le-9. Who's the duke around those parts? There is no duke around... There is a duke around those parts. And we own part of his territory. Oh, I see what happened here. I was looking at the de facto duchy. Not the de jure one. The de facto duchy here is your account. Yeah, the de facto duchy is all of this stuff. Not de jure, though, so... de jure one that was held by one of the Irish folks. Curious to let me vassalize them. I really doubt it. You won't because you are at war. How about anyone else nearby? You're all very small. You must understand you're very small. The jihad fails. Allah, it seems, does not favor the Muslim faithful. After a string of defeats and setbacks, Caliph Muzaffar ad-Din, what a great name, I'll say it again, Muzaffar ad-Din has called off the jihad for Galicia against King Aferno III of Galicia. Haha, take that. Glory to the Virgin, all that good stuff. Alright, you want to vassalize? No. A peasant revolt, son of a gun. Alright, it's in Leinster Peasant Revolt, that is over here. I thought we established there weren't any big revolt chances over there. They have 15,000 troops. 1,500 troops, rather. We have plenty more than that. So, will our friends the... why is my king on the battlefield? No, we don't believe in that kind of nonsense with a king with only 10 martial, and not a Viking, etc. I appreciate his enthusiasm, his chutzpah, we'll call it, but no. We probably should not cross the channel into war. Can we march through Scotland? We are married, but not allies. Are we allies now, anyway? A prisoner, Colbein Torreson, escaped during the night. The outside help. One of his guards might never wake from the blow to the head. The Earl was behind this. They're freeing all of the vassals. Outrageous. I mean, we could free our prisoners for money, correct? Yeah, I'm sorry for his dukes, though. You gotta stay in prison for now. Forever. So I'm going to be taking your land once I fix the council problems. Very soon we'll deal with that. Very soon we'll have another episode happening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.